Let's start with
Another one. Don't worry about it.
with this, where we do all of the three chords slowly, the F, the C, and the G7s. We'll start with the C. Remember, each string at a time. And I want it to be this slow. I want it to sound so you can hear each of your strings like a harp. And then you really listen. And then the F. And then the G7. Okay, so Rachel, let's have you do that for me.
Okay.
Play that C chord for me again. Okay, great. Super. Okay, Trish.
Okay.
Hi, Trish's wife. And then the F. Wait, check that. And the G7.
I'm having trouble getting my middle finger into the right claw.
Yeah.
I keep leaning on the other string.
Let me give you a this is a nice clue for the G7. When it's not really sounding good, take the let me just think how I do that. Whenever I have trouble playing my G7, sometimes it'll sound kind of funky or whatever. Take your bottom finger, the one that's down here on the bottom string, finger number 3, and pull it towards you. And that gives you kind of a little bit of a better grip. Does that help at all?
Yeah.
Great. And Trish, remember, you want to have your hand, the back of your hand touching the...
I've been trying to do it that way, and I'm having some resistance. I did the hand exercises that you sent, which were really, really good. And what I noticed is my hands are extremely tight. Okay. All my, ligaments and tendons are super, super tight. So I'm off for the next 2 weeks, and I am going to work on getting my fingers and my hands into tune.
Awesome. Oh, that's great. Okay,
yeah,
good.
So that's my mindset for the next 2 weeks, is getting that under control. But I have been trying to hold it, but for some reason, I just can't get my fingers into the right position there. And I think I need to loosen the fingers up.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Okay, great. Thanks. Okay, Linda.
Okay.
Do that G7 again.
Okay.
Okay, something's a little funky there. Are both of these fingers inside that second fret?
I'll check. That sounded better to me. Still funky to you?
Is this finger in the very first fret? Wait, which chord?
Yeah.
We're playing G7, right? So hold your first finger up for me.
I hope I haven't been playing it wrong.
First finger should be
Second
here.
fret?
First fret. Just like F. The first finger stays in the first fret. It stays in the same place.
Playing it wrong?
I think so.
Oh shoot.
Play the F chord for me. Play F for me. Do F. Okay, now.
I am.
Okay, now look at me. Now look at me. Now only lift your middle finger.
Yeah.
Don't lift the other finger. Only lift your middle finger and bring it and then do the hammer. But leave that first finger down where it was.
Oh, I think I've been doing the wrong. I don't know what chord I've been playing then, because I've been playing it wrong the whole time.
It's okay. You're old. I
Shoot.
think the only finger that you've been doing wrong is your first finger. I think the other fingers are okay.
That doesn't sound right either.
No, that's not right either. Okay. Do you have the paper where you wrote down the chord? Do you have the paper where you wrote down the
I
chord?
wrote that down wrong.
Can you show me the paper where you wrote the G7 chord? Show me.
It's in my car. It's in my
Oh.
car. I'll come back.
Okay. All right. Okay, great. Winter, let's have you.
I am that girl. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm that girl today. I'm sorry.
You're sounding great. So if you just go get that paper, that would be great. So go ahead and mute yourself, Linda,
You too, people.
and go get that paper, and then I'll have you do that. Okay, Winter, C, and then F, and then G7.
Let me try that again.
Great, and really good hand position. Fantastic angle there. Everybody is looking about 100% better than you were just 2 weeks ago. Do you feel it? Your hand position's better. I mean, even like Trish, you're seeing what you need to work on, right? To make it, but you're wanting to hold it the right way. So you all sound and look fantastic. So I am very pleased. So now let's do the hammer. So we're gonna do the hammer on the F with these two fingers going down. And I want you to look at your hand while you do this, because I want you to really look at your fingers and see if you're doing the claw, okay? So here we go. We're going to do it 10 times. And remember, we're doing this slowly. 1, 2. Do you have a question, Trish?
Which chord are we doing on?
F. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. F, 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 just keep going. F, 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 F. How's everybody doing on that? Winter, do you have your middle finger? Is it like this? I can't, it's hard to tell with the, is it curling both times and not like this, right? Okay, yeah, great. Okay, all right, super. So Linda, show me your G7 chord, how you have it written down. I want to make sure you have it written right. Yep, that's the right way. So figure that out on your uke, and then we'll come back to you. So just stay muted for a minute, okay? All right, great. So let's do the G7 chord now. Okay, G7. So Linda, I want you to do what you're working on, but everybody else, let's do the hammer, okay? Everybody else, G7 hammer. 1, 2, 3, 4. G7, 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 G7. Okay, Rachel. Rachel, I want you to remember to keep your fingers like this and go down and really hit that, okay? Yeah, there you go. And you want them to both land at the exact same time, all right? That's the goal. It might not be what's happening right now, but it's the goal. So let's do that again, the G7 hammer, okay? So here we go. We're doing the G7 hammer. 1, 2, 3, 4. G7, 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 G7. Okay, super. All right, so Linda, did you figure out that G7 chord? Looks like you did, right? Okay, great.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, super.
And it hammered a lot easier than what I was doing too.
Good. I'm so glad. Okay, so I want everybody to do this for me. You're just going to do the F just 4 times and then the G7 4 times. Okay, Rachel, let's have you start. Okay, Rachel,
Next,
you're not quite bending your middle finger enough. Your middle finger's a little bit, make sure you should, yeah, there you go. That's better. Oh, wait, though, do this. There you go. Now do that F. There, now do the F. Great. And the goal is to get those down at exactly the same time. Get your elbow out a bit. Get your elbow out a bit. And there you go. There. Okay, now the G7. Great. Now, Rachel, you're playing like this, and I want you to be like this. Okay, yeah, yeah. Is it any easier when you put the elbow out?
It feels similar.
Okay, I want you to get in the habit of the elbow being out, okay? Get in the habit. You want to be, you see how I've got the uke and I'm kind of spread out like this? You do not want to be playing like this with your elbow in, okay? All right, great. Trish, the F hammer.
this is the one that I have the problem with, because when I try to reach out like this, for some reason, the index finger, it's right here that's causing some.
Okay, yeah, and it's harder to do the F when you've got your wrist over like this, but it's still better to get in the habit of doing it if you can.
I mean, I can put it into place, but once I pick it up,
It doesn't go back.
go back.
Well, and as you work on it, if it turns out that just doesn't work and you need to adapt it a little bit, adjust it.
Because every time I go to play it, it automatically goes back into the position, because that's the only way it's going to hit the
G7.
the index hitting that first fret.
Yeah. So just be aware that if you need to do it a little bit differently, that is okay, because everybody holds their uke a little bit uniquely. But I just want, that's the goal. And doing those hand exercises is going to be fantastic. And maybe it'll open up something you haven't had open for a while.
Yeah, because, I noticed it and I was playing it. And then if I wanted to hit it, it kept going down.
Yeah.
In order to get to it.
Yeah. So the goal
I'll work on it.
Okay, great. All right. Now do the G7 for me.
Now it's funny with the hand.
Hang on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just a minute.
It's okay.
I need you.
Yeah.
Problem. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Sonia, could you come?
Okay. So what happened was we're doing plug. And I unplugged it. Problem is, this went down here. It all came apart. It dropped. It fell down here. So I did this because you understand what ground is, right? So there's a tube that goes underneath here. So there must be grills somewhere like on the walls. But at any rate, it's going to water. So I did this. The only thing I can see to do, I know that's going to happen, is just hold it and fell off. You know what I mean? I thought I was going to do that, get it, touch it.
It doesn't make a lot of noise.
But now we have to abandon it. So the only option we have now is where the power of the unit, right? And this, a copper line to the attic. However, we eject it out of the house. That's the only option. Yeah. Because, well, it might be like a $500 scenario. But the problem is like
What's the matter?
but I'm trying to get to that now. Yeah. You know, if this was like this tall, then we could hold the front. But over here, it's gonna be hanging out. I doubt we could reach it. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it attached to this. I don't know where it originally went. Do you?
No.
Let
me go ask my mom.
Because it exits somewhere.
You want me to go ask her?
No, it's okay.
So.
Mom? Okay, do you know where the line?
So do you have like maybe a small bucket or something?
You know what, I don't live here, but I can go find out.
Because we'll need to put something here.
Yes. We can get something better later. All disappeared. I'm gonna have to go get a bucket. How quickly do you think that will fill? Just so we have an idea what we're looking at.
Probably within half a day easy.
Okay.
So something bigger would be great.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
I mean, even this could get empty and reused too, per se, but
Okay, yeah, I'll just go get it.
as long as someone's here, if you're gonna leave, I'll dump it before you leave.
Yeah.
Does this tell you anything about how it's run? Okay. Yeah, okay.
So, yeah, I don't know, I mean, it went down,
Yeah.
to the foundation somewhere else.
Okay,
So I know what you heard is because
yeah,
I was blowing nitrogen through it, I cleared it,
yeah.
right? It's just that I wanted to get that connected to it.
Okay, so when can you fix it?
I'm doing it on.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's just a lot of unknown, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna have you guys bring the pump. I'll bring the pump, the pump's into it, and that's not. Something being added.
Yeah.
Here, will you deal with this?
Yeah, yeah, so that's it for now, we're done.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna do an invoice today.
Okay,
I don't know,
super.
so we'll put it on Monday to do, but.
Okay,
But this, like I said, it's unknown, this could be 500, 600, I don't know.
it's okay. We just need to not have it. Yeah, exactly. But the AC can run normally with that.
Just pay attention to this.
Yes.
Thank
Thank
you. Like every half day or so,
Yeah.
that thing will fill.
It'll-
Oh, okay.
So we need to get something
We
bigger.
need that,
Like
yeah.
in one day, in 24 hours, this thing might pump out 5, 10 gallons.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
why don't you
okay.
ask my mom?
That's
We
what it
probably
is.
see better, maybe one of those
I will.
plastic
Go
things.
ahead.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
And I have the phone number, so I'll just leave it at this for now.
Thank you so much. Okay, I'm so sorry, you guys.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a much bigger problem than we were hoping.
Last 2 weeks ago, our air conditioner went out. We came to find out rats had chewed through the wires outside.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so we had to replace all the wiring in there.
Oh, we have roof rats. I wonder if that could have caused the problem. Just give me a second.
Mhm.
Excuse me?
Who's that cutie patootie behind you?
Introduce yourself.
My name
Hello there.
is 5.
How you doing?
Good.
Excellent. You enjoying mommy playing the ukulele?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I am so sorry, you guys. This was the only time we could get somebody to come out today, and my mom's really sick, so I just didn't want to take a chance on not having this. Okay.
Liz, you're talking to a bunch of nurses and healthcare professionals. We understand this stuff.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Health issues and air conditioning come first.
Okay, good. All right, so
I did notice while I'm sitting here, I can hold that index finger when I'm hammering in that position with my
great.
hand farther out. And maybe I just need to do exercises going back and forth between the F and trying to keep my wrists in the same position.
Great. And you know, another good exercise to do is to just be on a flat surface, you know, and just do one finger at a time.
I was doing that earlier, you know, on a tabletop, trying to
Right.
just move the 2 fingers up at the same
Yeah.
time, you know, and to build that muscle memory.
Yeah. The fourth finger's the hardest one. I remember I used to have to do this 100 times a day for piano. And it's much harder to go slowly than it is to go fast. It's just, you know, so good. You're on the right track. You're going to totally nail this.
Okay.
Okay. So Linda, did you play the hammer for me?
I will. I
Okay.
can.
So do the F hammer for me.
It's very simple. You can hardly hear it.
It's okay, Linda. I want you to, Linda, go ahead and hold your ukulele the right way right now. Okay, so grab your ukulele here
Okay.
and put it out.
Okay.
Bring it back in. You know, I do this every once in a while when I'm not sure I'm holding it right. There you go. Okay, I don't play even for a second with your uke in the wrong position, because you just don't want to develop any part of yourself that thinks that's right. Okay, so there you go. Now do the F hammer.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot louder, isn't it?
I can.
Yeah, it's a lot
Yeah.
louder because you have a lot more. And with your other hand, I want you to put your hand here, so it's over the strings, but not touching them. Don't put it down here. Put your other hand here. There you go, like you had it a minute ago. Okay, now do the G7.
Okay.
Now do G7.
All right.
And Winter, can you fix
We'll
it?
try
I can't really
this.
see your you. Can you? There you go. Okay, so Linda, do that G7. Okay.
It works a lot better when I do the right chord.
Good. Good, good, good. And this is
I
a
can't
G7
believe
trick.
that it was doing that.
I think you were gone when I was showing it to Trish. A G7 trick is whenever it sounds kind of funky or it's going funny, take this finger, your third finger, and bring it in towards the head. And that makes it stronger, makes your angle of your fingers better, and it makes it better. So whenever
Yeah.
you're having trouble with that G7, this finger, the bottom finger,
Yeah.
you're going to just move it towards the head. Move it up a little bit. And
Okay.
move it that way. Okay,
Okay.
great. Okay, great.
Cool. Thanks.
You're welcome. Okay, Winter. Hey, Winter, put your hand, hold the uke like this, okay? There you go. Great. And you want to work on getting those hitting at exactly the same time, okay? G7. Fantastic. Great, great, great. Okay, now we're going to do the C, F, and today I'm strumming with my middle finger just because I dried out my index finger too much, okay? So we're going C, F, C, F. Okay, let me count it off and we'll start. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, F, C, F, C, F, C, F, C, F. Okay, great. Now we're going to do F, G7. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. F, G7, F, G7, F, G7, F, G7, F, G7. Okay, great. Now we're going to do G7 to C. 1, 2, 3, 4. G7, C. G7, C. G7, C. G7, C. G7, C. Okay, I'm going to have you each do that for me, okay? So I want you to just play each one 2 times. So Rachel, let's have you start. Start with doing the C to F. Beautiful. Now F to G7. Great. G7 to C. Okay, Rachel, when you're going G7 to C, are you sliding this finger or are you lifting it up to move it down? The third,
I think I'm sliding it.
okay.
Is that what
Okay.
I'm supposed to do?
That's exactly what you're supposed to do. And what you can do is kind of press down a little bit harder when you're doing that slide. Yeah, there you go. That's exactly right. And it only works going down, not coming back up. But yeah, yeah. Okay, you were doing it great. I just couldn't tell. That's
Okay.
great. Okay, super. Trish, F. Sorry, I put you on big screen and now I can't see. F to G7.
Whoops.
I want you to go a little more slowly. You know what, Trish?
Yeah.
I was wondering why it was kind of sounding funky. Now, remember when we play guitar, we want to strum down here, but when we play uke, we want to strum here. So as close up as you can get to the neck.
Okay.
Just now you're strumming still down here. Can you bring your hand over and strum?
Up here?
Yeah, the higher up you can strum.
Okay. Oh. There's something wrong. That's it. That's that damn middle finger.
That's always getting us into trouble, huh?
Now see how I have my hand right now?
Yeah, yeah.
That's how it will play more clearly. If I put it the other way, this thumb pad, this finger pad kind of rests on the string, and for some reason, I can't get it into that claw.
Yeah, the trick with that finger is that it has to be sideways. You don't want it like this. You want it totally
Want
sideways.
it like this one? Like this?
Yeah, yeah. Both
Okay.
fingers are going to be at a real sharp angle. You get it. Yeah, you're getting it's.
Yeah.
This one, this is the hardest one. This is the hardest string, the hardest place to play right here. This is totally normal, and it's because it's right next to the nut here. See how it's right there? And so it's at an angle.
Well,
So-
you almost have to play it on top of the fret to get it.
Almost, yeah. You kind of play it a little closer to the fret.
But if I play it by itself and concentrate on it, and
So listen, this is everybody listen to this. This is totally normal that this is the hardest one to play. So just do it by itself a bunch of times, because you kind of need not just a callus to play that, you need to get used to it. It hurts me even right now playing this one when I do it by myself. You just want to get used to that, get your finger used to that and having it sound, because it's real easy to do this if it's up too close towards here. Do you see? If it's too close to the nut, you want to have it like Trish was saying, almost down to the fret bar there. And you want to just get that to where it's really strong. And like I said, it hurts me when I play it by itself like this, because I really have to push down. And you push with both your finger and with your thumb on the back. Push both of them, okay? So Trish, just later on, I want you just to practice this by itself, okay?
you're right, it does hurt a lot.
It does. It does.
You know, and unless you're playing every single solitary day, I still haven't built up any calluses.
Yeah. Yeah, and you
And-
really do have to play every single day. Here, I don't know if you can see the dent in my finger. Do you see,
Yeah.
everybody see that dent? That's from playing that one
I'll have
string.
it for a little while, but then it goes away, and then I'm back. You know, I
Right,
worked the
because
last couple
I
of
had
days,
to-
so I hadn't been able to pick it up for,
Yeah,
you know, but
I know you
really-
guys are the group I cannot lecture about practicing more, so.
we would love to.
Exactly,
We would love
exactly.
to. In fact, you know, if there are little tricks that we can do, like when we don't have it in our hands of different things, then I can work with those. You know,
Yeah,
as
let
a
me
matter of
think
fact,
about
I
that.
was at my desk yesterday and I was doing the finger taps on the desk.
That is invaluable. This is really invaluable. So doing this is really great. And let me see if I can think of, oh, I know another one. So doing the same thing, but doing it with 2 fingers, right? And then changing the 2 fingers. See, I'm having trouble with it like that. If you want, don't worry about it, but just if you want to do that. Do you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, well, you know, if you did like 1 finger, then you did 2 fingers, and then you did these 2 fingers, and
exactly,
you know.
that's what I meant.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant. Yeah, so all of that will be really good.
And remember, this is not my dominant hand.
Oh, that's
I'm
right.
right-handed, so this is not the dominant hand. So this hand has basically been
Wait,
hanging out there.
You're right-handed?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same for all of us.
Yeah, but it's not used to doing such dexterity type things because it really hasn't had to. You know, you've done all that stuff with your right hand. Left hand has been hanging out.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm hearing something really scary. I'm going to mute myself and yell for a second. Just give me a second. My cousin came over, so thank heavens. Okay, thank you, Sonia. No, it's okay. I'm glad you're in there with Mom. Okay, so it's okay? Okay, I guess it's all right. Okay, this has been a crazy week. I had to get a transport chair for my mom, and just we're in the final stage of congestive heart failure, so it's a yucky time.
You don't have to apologize.
Thanks.
It's okay.
Yeah.
We all understand.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so all right, so let's see. Trish, you just played for me, right? The 3, and now Linda, let's have you do it for me. So we're gonna have you do oh wait, Trish, did I have you do all 3 of them? F to G7 and G7 to C? I don't think so.
Okay.
So let's have you do F to G7.
I think that's the one we did.
Okay, then just do G7 to C. Okay, great. Yeah. Linda? Linda?
Yes.
C to, have I had you do this
Yes.
yet? I haven't. Yes. So do C to F.
Okay.
Great. F to G7. Great. And then G7 to C. Fantastic. Great. Good, good. Okay, Winter. Great. F to G7. And then G7 to C. Now, when you go G to C set to G7 to C, Winter, try to do it like this. Look at me, G7, and then move this finger down if you can. I was just thinking the same thing, Trish. I was going to say something. G7 to C. So what you're doing is you're doing G7 and then you're moving your whole hand down. I don't want you to move your whole hand down. Just move the one finger down if you can. Great. Just, it's okay. And your hat is so cool. Your hat is awesome. I was going to say something and then Trish actually typed something right then. Okay, so let's everybody talk about when we play the C chord. So when you play the C chord, it's a real temptation to do this, to bring your whole hand down. But I don't want you to do that. If you get in the habit of doing that, you're not going to be able to play your other chords as well. So I want you to be in the habit when you play the C chord to have these 2 fingers up. So everybody just play the C chord for me. Just C by itself. And I want these two fingers, Winter, I want them up here, up here. There you go. That's how I want you to play the C chord, right like that, okay? That's another one of those things that if you can get in the habit right now of playing it this way, you won't have to learn this later, okay? So try to remember to do that. If not, I'll teach you that later, but right now if you can do it. And Winter, what you're tending to do, Winter, is bring your fingers this way. Don't do that. I want you just to keep them this way. Remember, I want you to keep your hand, if you can help it, your hand doesn't move, just your fingers for all these chords that we're doing right now. Just your fingers. There, that's perfect. Can you feel that, Winter? Okay, yeah, perfect. Okay, great. Oh man, you guys are doing so well. Okay, let's go to chord exercise number 1. It's on. Did you enjoy doing this or did you hate it? And now we're doing this with strum, 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 hit, right? Is that correct? Okay, here we go. 1, wait. Let's see. Linda, get your elbow out a little bit. Same thing with you, Rachel. There you go. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, C, C. Say it. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. Hang on just a second. Trish, can you move your hand, your arm up this arm so that it's a little bit farther up this way on your uke? Can you kind of tuck it away a little bit more? There, right there. Is that comfortable? If you can keep it that way, your strum is going to be perfect. Okay, everyone listen to this. This is the strum in 2 different ways, okay? This is the strum if I'm right over my sound hole. And this is if I'm on my neck. Do you hear the difference, how it's so much fuller? So that's why with ukulele, you strum up here, okay? You don't strum down here. So sometimes your hand's gonna kind of move back this way, and then just check. You can just kind of move your arm over a little bit so that you have it a little bit more over, okay?
The sound hole on this ukulele is a little odd.
That's okay. It doesn't really matter where the hole is. I know that's such a cool uke. But the main thing is you just want to strum up here. When we pluck, we do it earlier, but I know that you have the coolest uke. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, C, C. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. C, C, C. I just fixed my arm position because I wasn't doing it right. C, C. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. F, F, F. Hit. F, F, F. Hit. F, F, F. Hit. F, F, F. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. F, F, F. Hit. F, F, F. Hit. F, F. hit F, 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 hit C, 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 hit C, 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 hit G7, 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 hit, okay, sorry, I lost my place. I'm trying to look at you and I'm trying to look at the page. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're on the 5th line, right? The 5th line from the top? Okay. All right. So here we go. 5th line. I'm sorry about that. 1, 2, 3, 4. C. Wait, Rachel, is that okay? Do you see where we are? Okay. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5th line where it has C and you only do it 2 times and then G7 2 times. Is that, or were
You
we
can
up?
do the one above it.
Okay, thank you. So let's start on the one above it. Okay, the 4th line. Thank you very much. Okay, G7. Here we go. Rachel, really get that elbow out. 1. So you remember you want, Rachel, you want the back of your hand to be touching that tuner. Yeah, good. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. G7, G7, G7. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. F, F, F. Hit. F, F, F. Hit. F, F, F. Hit. F, F, F. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. F, F, F. Hit. F, F, F. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. F, F, F. Hit. F, F, F. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. F, F, F. Hit. F, F, F. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. F, F, F. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. F, F, F. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. C, C, C. And repeat. C, C. Okay, let's stop for just a second. Now, the goal is, Winter, really good job keeping your 2 fingers up. The goal is to keep your hand like this and not move it away while we're playing this, okay? And if you want, you can write that on your page. Goal is not to move your hand, only move your fingers. Matter of fact, everybody write that on your page on exercise 1, because this is a really good time to be thinking about that. The goal, this whole thing, you should be able to play without moving anything but your fingers. Hey, can everybody go just a little bit late today? So we can, because I really want to teach you a song. Can you guys go just a little bit late?
Unfortunately, I have a Zoom conference call about a family matter at 3 o'clock.
Okay.
If you put it up and, you know, in a video, I'll be able to catch it later on.
Okay, so anyone who can stay, we'll just keep going. And again, I'm so sorry about all this stuff today. If you want a refund for today's class, I will fully refund the price of this class to anyone who wants it. Okay, so so let's just do that last line, and let's keep this going like this. Okay, here we go. The last line. Remember, I want you to get this hand over. Okay, Winter, get it so that you're way over. There you go. Now remember, this should be touching that tuning peg as part of your hand. Yeah, good. And that's how you know that you've got it far enough. Rachel, yeah, okay. Yeah, good. And it should make your elbow go out. So make sure that your elbow is out doing that. And Rachel, you're playing a soprano uke, which is a little smaller than the uke that the rest of us are playing. And that's why you can do this, but don't do it, because that is, you don't want to do it for your playing anyway, but also that'll limit you if you decide you want to get a little bit bigger uke, okay? So I want you to be in this habit, even though the rest of us really can't, but you could, but it won't be as good for you anyway. All right. Okay. So here we go. Just the last line. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, C, C. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. F, F, F. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. F, F, F. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. C, C, C. Okay, great. You guys did really well at keeping your hand in this position. So make sure your page says that. We'll come back in a minute and I'll have you play that for me. But what I want to do right now is I want to bring up this song and just start it so that so everybody can do this part together. Okay, because this let's see. Okay, I'm going to share the screen and then I'm going to post this up and I want you to print this out. Okay, this is our first song. Can everybody see this? You Are My Sunshine. Everybody can see it, right? Okay, now the strum pattern for this is just down, 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 down the whole time. That's all we're doing. And the introduction, we're going to go play the C, and then we're going to play the C 1, 2, 3, 4 more times, and then do a hit. So it's going to go like this. 5 times on the C. C, 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 and then you hit. All right? And when you hit, that's when you start singing. So it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are my sun. And then you start playing again on the word sun. Okay, so let's do that together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, 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 C. You are my sun. Okay, and then you start again on sun. So you're going to hit you are, but lift your hand so when you get to sun, you're ready to start playing again. Okay, and it's okay if you don't want to sing it right now, but I want you to at least say the words just so that you're in the habit of doing this. Okay, so here we go. 5 times on the C, which is a very odd number in music. Usually it would be 4 or 2, but we're going to do 5 times on the C. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are my sun. And then you don't play again until you get to the word sun. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, 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 C. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me F happy when skies are sea gray. You'll never F no dear how much I see love you. Please don't take my G7 sunshine away. And then this is just like the intro. 4, 5. You are okay. So do you see how it works? And so the intro and the last line are the hardest parts of this. Trish, I want you to just play this for me before you go. Let me just see how you're doing on this, okay?
Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2.
No,
3.
no.
Okay.
You're gonna go 5, you're gonna count to 5, and then you're gonna do a
Count
hit.
to 5. Okay. That's where I got confused.
5
All right.
C's and then a hit. And you can tell
Okay.
that if you forget, it's right here. Each one of these is a strum.
Okay.
So you got plus the C plus 4 of these, that makes 5.
Okay.
And okay, now,
Oh, then,
now
okay.
you don't
Then
have
you
to
don't
sing.
start the song without the music.
Yeah, so you don't have to sing if you don't want to, but you've got to
No.
say the words, okay?
Okay.
So,
All right.
so you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are my son. Okay, so do that for me.
All right.
2, 3.
5.
You are my son. Now, you want to, as right when you hit the first time,
Yeah.
you're going to say you. So it goes like this, you. So just do
Okay.
that with
So
me.
it should be on when I'm hitting it.
Yeah, you.
Okay. All right.
So do that again.
You are my sun.
Okay, and again, the sun is right with your first drum. Sun.
Okay.
So one more time.
You are my sunshine.
Only sunshine.
You make me happy
When skies are
gray.
you never
Know how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine.
actually
I got
wait
that wrong.
wait till the word sun. So
Okay.
take as the 4 and then sun.
Sun, okay.
So it's C 2 3 4 G7 2 3 4, and then this is exactly like the intro where you have the 5 and then the hit.
Okay.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I have to leave.
Yeah. No, that's good. I want.
All right.
Okay. All right. You take care. Have a great
All
week.
right, thanks a lot.
You're welcome. See you next week.
Okay.
Everybody
Bye.
else, let's work on this for a minute, okay? All right, so let's do this together and then I'll have you play this for me, just the intro, okay? So let's just do the intro again. Here we go. So we're gonna go to where you start singing. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, 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 you are my son. So remember, you're going to go you. Just do that with me. Just hit and say you. 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 Okay, so here we go again. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, 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 C. You are my sun. Shine. Let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are my sunshine. And sun is right with that first one. Sun. Everybody just do that. Sun. Sun, right when you do that, okay? All right, so Rachel, let's have you go first. And I'm just gonna have you play that beginning part and then I'll stop you.
Okay. Having trouble having both of these windows up, so.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. Okay. You are my sun.
Great. Okay, now the only thing is I want you to be ready to start with after you do the hit, don't keep it down there until it's time to do it again. Do you know what I mean? Lift it up so you're okay. So this is what you did. You went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are my, and then all of a sudden you remembered you had to pick up your hand to play on sunshine. So do the hit. You are, but go ahead and lift your hand a little earlier and be ready. So when you get to sun, you're ready. Okay, so do that again. Go ahead and do that again for me. Get that elbow out. You know what? Are you holding the uke with it actually in your hand here, or are you holding it down below? Do you know what I'm saying? Is it actually resting between your in your hand? Okay. Yeah. Okay, great. All right.
Okay. You are my sun.
Perfect. Good job. Okay, great. Linda?
Yes. Ready.
Okay, play that for me.
Five, hit. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4. You are my sunshine.
Okay, now
My
stop for a minute. Stop. Okay, now Linda.
Yes.
When you oh darn it. Okay, let's see. Sorry. Okay, so when you do the "you are my," it's exactly the same speed as the strums. So you are my. Do you see? So you don't go any faster than you're strumming. Okay, so do that again for me.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are my sunshine.
Okay, great. And like Rachel,
Is that better?
remember after you do your hit, lift your hand up so you're ready to hit on, go back down on that sunshine. But that was great. Do that again. Do that again.
1, 2, 3, Wait, too fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are my sunshine, my sunshine.
Do that. Not quite. Stop. Do it one more time for me. Just one more time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are my sunshine.
Okay. Okay. So you're doing the ukulele part really well. Just remember, you don't want to sing any faster than what you played. You are my.
Okay.
Okay, and that'll probably make more sense as we go further. So very nice. Okay, Winter.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
You are my
Great.
sunshine.
Great. Okay, now look here where we have the word sunshine. Notice that it goes sun, shine. Do you see how many times we play the C for that word sunshine? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you see everybody looking? Sunshine, my only sunshine. Okay, does everybody understand what I'm talking about here? Now, even though some of these are spread out farther, that's only because of the words. It's not because it's musically that way. All right, so each of these is a down strum. So you're actually going to down strum 5 times on the word sunshine, once on my, 2 on only, 5 again on sunshine. So let's go from the beginning and let's just do this, okay? Here we go. From the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy. Okay, now I forgot. So now when we get to the word happy, you want to switch to F. So when we start coming up to it, get ready. So on me, as soon as you play that down strum for me, lift up your fingers so that when you sing happy, you're playing the F. Okay? And then same thing here. Now, I'm going to give this to you to print out. What you might want to do is circle the words where you have the chord change, just to help yourself when you're reading it here, since it's our first song. Okay, so let's try this again. Here we go from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, 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 C. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Okay, now do you see how doing those chord exercises where you go C, G7, C, G7, that's what helps to be able to do this, right? And as we get more complicated songs with more complicated chord changes, that's how you're going to always practice your chords. Whenever I get a new chord, I always have to practice it. Like this one, E minor to A minor, I really have trouble with this one So I have to do that a bunch of times. It's just normal. It's how you do that, okay? So here we go. Let's do this again. Ready? Anybody have any questions? Okay, 1. I'm going to go a little slower. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, 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 C. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. And then once you do that, when you do the hit again, you're going to just repeat back to the "You Are My Sunshine" because it's just like the intro. So the last line goes like this. Please don't take my sunshine away. 2, 3, 4, 5. You are my sun. Does that make sense? So let's all do that together. So we're going to sing "Please Don't," but we're going to start playing on the word take. Okay, you ready? Here we go on the C. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Please don't take my sunshine away. 2, 3, 4, 5. You are my sun. Okay, let's do that again. Same place. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Please don't take my sunshine away. 2, 3, 4, 5. You are my sun. Okay, one more time, and then we're going to have you do it for yourself. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Please don't take my sunshine away. 2, 3, 4, 5. You are my sun. Okay, so let's have that, you do that on your own. And this is the very most difficult part of the song, and that's why we're doing it a bunch of times. Okay, Rachel, do that part we were just doing now.
Okay. Please don't take my sunshine away. You are my sun.
Perfect. Great job. Okay. Awesome. Linda.
Okay. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Please don't take my sunshine away. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. You are
Okay, now
my
you remember you want to stay,
sunshine.
you want to start singing when you hit. You are my,
Okay.
don't hit and then start singing.
Okay.
Okay, I want you to do it again for me, and I want you to go slower. It's really hard to play a song slowly because we want to sing it, right?
Yeah.
But you have to make yourself go slow so you don't pause for your chord changes. All right, so same place.
Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Please don't take my, whoops.
Okay.
Please don't.
Do it together with me one time, Linda. Let's do it together.
Okay.
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 Because you're
That G7 is just giving me fit.
yeah, and remember it's going to be please don't take my son. So you see how it's got take has got 4 strums on it, right?
Yeah.
Or take has 3 and then
Yeah.
mine has 1. So you got to make sure that you're doing all the strums for everything.
Thank you. I gotta go.
Okay. All right. Take care, Rachel. See you next week. Thanks. Okay. Linda, here we go. 1, 2,
Okay.
3,
Okay.
4, 1, 2. Please don't take my sunshine away. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Great. Okay. Winter. I didn't realize how late it was. Sorry, you guys.
Please don't take my sunshine away. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Very good. But except remember, when you hit is when you say the you, okay? All right. Awesome, awesome, you guys. All right. So, and Winter, be careful about going too fast and then having to pause to go to that G7. Will you just play it for me one more time? Go a little bit more slowly.
Please don't take my, oh, sorry, hold on, let me try. Please don't take my sunshine. Oh, I
Here,
missed that. Sorry.
do it together with me one time, okay? Let's do it together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Please don't take my sunshine away. You are my sun. Okay, is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, so remember, go slow and watch how many strums, you guys, okay? All right, thank you for sticking with me for so long. There you go. Yeah, that's exactly right. And you can practice it without singing a few times, and that helps. Just make sure you're watching and you know where the chord changes are, okay, with the strums. All right, thank you. I'll see you next week. Take care.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.